Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Throwing, Love. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Back deep is D. Williams. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's Lucas Van Ness there to drop him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Love now. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Catch made by Watson on the out route. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Love, they go play action now. That's taken in by Kraft. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Going back to Love. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Jacobs again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs takes it in from a yard out. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. It's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith throwing again. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Love. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action. Love to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
Brought down at the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Out of the gun, Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. Dancing to his left. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing now is Geno. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
He's able to find Melton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Off the play fake, Love. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. This is 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Geno now to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Love going to break the huddle. Lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run again with Walker. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play action this time with Love. He'll buy some time right. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the 1st. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Counter play with Jacobs. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Love now. Able to find his man, Kraft. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2nd down and 3. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Love, they go play action now. Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw now, here's Love. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And out now come the Seahawks. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, Catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. Pushing through the contact. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Love. That's complete to Wicks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Again, it's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Love from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yep.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They'll try again now on 2nd and goal, this time from a bit closer. Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Geno now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 9. Here's Smith. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Myers' kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd down and 6. Throwing. Love. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Smith now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to throw, Smith. And Walker has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now Geno. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from 28 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. To throw now. Here's Love. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Going back to Love. And that's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He completes this to Walker. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, it's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Walker diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a yard. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 58 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in, and the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Reed. And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
14 yards that time for number 14. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
To the air again, Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Smith throwing again. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a 2nd to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the 1st guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Packers offense set to go. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And able to get this to the 31. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.